Thank you so much to Super 6. We've partnered with them for the season. It's a truly brilliant app. It doesn't cost you a penny, and you could easily win. Well, I say easily. You could predict 6 scores correctly, and you will win £250,000. It's not easy, but elite ball knowledge proves the king here. And if you get them correct, you will win the money. We're going to now rank the best overhead kicks ever. And I can do this. And the weirdest thing is, I'm looking at the list. There's a huge problem with the list. I'm going to have to throw a strop. I'm so sorry to do this to Super 6, but the winner, the best ever bicycle kick, isn't on the list.
Okay, so we'll tell them what's on the list and you tell them what's missing.
Oh, don't bring up Zola, please.
So we've got
Zola,
Emre
mate.
Can's fantastic overhead kick for Liverpool against Watford. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's against England. Wayne Rooney's against City. Ronaldo against Juventus. Bale in the Champions League final against Liverpool. And Alejandro Garnacho's against Everton. Unreal. Which one's missing?
Okay, I mean, every single bicycle kick in the world should always be measured on the Richter scale of Trevor Sinclair. The Trevor Sinclair Richter scale, Trevor Sinclair against Barnsley off the back of a Danny Maddox cross, is the best bicycle kick that will ever...
I know what's happened here.
It's been forgotten.
We've given too many taxis to QPR.
Yeah, this is...
They've gone, we can't.
No, but
lads ain't going to want
that. Is the best bicycle kick ever scored. For everything. Like,
Ever.
Ever.
It was on every Christmas video, wasn't it, back in the day?
Trevor
I don't think
Sinclair,
it's the best.
Danny Maddox whips it in, not a good cross, against Barnsley in the FA
How
Cup.
far out is it?
Not in the box, mate. And it's not
We got Zlatan on the list.
Yeah, but
that was in
Zlatan
the
was a
box.
looper.
That's why it's even harder.
No.
It was a bicycle kick
mate.
that lobbed the keeper. That's double.
And the ball, when he hit it, was above his head.
No.
100%.
Absolutely.
That goal is technically better.
Also, it's not technically better.
Like technical.
He basically makes contact and loops it up. Trevor Sinclair just goes bam, bam. It's like
Trevor Sinclair's was nuts.
Trevor Sinclair's was nuts.
And he had
Have you
dreads
seen
as
it?
well, so the dreads...
No, I've not seen it.
He hasn't seen it. He's competing. He's arguing with me, and he hasn't even seen it.
Yeah, but I've listened to how you described it.
Did you never get like a video at Christmas was like 100,000 great goals?
Mate,
I can't picture it.
The best one is Trevor Sinclair. After that, like
I refuse to give Trevor Sinclair the number one
Do you know
spot.
the
Yeah.
Ibrahimovic one? I actually find it really uninspiring.
Really?
All things considered. Firstly, I don't like loopy ones. I like
I get that.
I like the pingers.
Yeah.
Secondly, keeper made a mess of it. Thirdly, you're looking at Ryan Shawcross. Fourthly, it's a friendly against England, and Roy Hodgson's England. It's friendly.
You're right about the status of the game.
All context, just this is it. This is the one. Just
for people at home.
Just for Boovy's
we're
privilege.
watching.
Look, Danny Maddox cross.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It looks...
Oh my
It
god.
doesn't look as good as it did to me when I was 10.
Oh my god. That's the one. That's the one.
It's a
That
very
is the
good...
one.
It's top 20.
Andy Cole had one against Leicester outside the box as well, actually.
No,
that was unreal.
Trevor Sinclair's is better than anyone that we've seen here.
Andy
The rest-
Cole
It's
against Leicester,
not as important as Wayne Rooney's one in terms of significance.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
See,
if you
that
want to bring that into
significance
it,
and all that
if you want to bring,
changes
if you
things.
want to bring that into it, then it's fair. Obviously, that totally discounts Ibrahimovic.
Oh yeah, of
Totally
course.
discount.
But then I use the Ibrahimovic thing. Technically, I've just seen that now. I think technically what he did was harder to lob a keeper with a bicycle kick,
Mate.
and the angle, by the way, he wasn't in the middle of the goal.
Yeah.
He was at a crazy angle, man.
Andy Cole, Leicester. Bosh.
No, rolling on the floor, mate. I think in terms of everything else,
Let's talk
I would
about
then say
each
that
one.
I would then say that Wayne Rooney's against Manchester City would be second after Trevor Sinclair, potentially first if you want to start factoring
We're not allowed
in.
to say Trevor Sinclair anymore.
Okay, that means Wayne Rooney's is the best.
Yeah,
means Wayne Rooney's is the best.
But technically, and like because of the moment against Manchester City, all those kind of things, Wayne Rooney's is iconic and will forever be iconic. Of
course,
and
yeah.
in my opinion, it's more iconic than Garnacho's against Everton. Of
course.
But when we were having a debate on Paddock, I was saying Garnacho's is the better strike.
It's because you just saw
Because
it.
it was more difficult.
Rooney shinned it.
No,
Because you
I
just
felt
saw
like
it.
it was more difficult. He's running away from goal.
The angle.
Like the angle of it, the ball's crap.
But it's
Like,
not more difficult. It's not more difficult to do it in an easier setting. Like it
That's a
immediately becomes harder. It immediately becomes harder to do it in a derby of huge significance for the winner.
At home versus Goodison Park.
We're going Goodison Park. We're up for it in the first
Balanced it
minute.
up a little bit more than I think you're saying. I think good to do it away from home.
Premier League. Does his age come into account?
I don't think.
Does his
it's
age
ever-
come into account? The fact that he's a kid and he did it.
No.
No?
Not for me.
Doesn't
Not
get
for me. No.
Doesn't get no respect from you for that.
In the metrics of everything, I would say that.
Well, if we're talking,
I would say that significance of foot, which is why maybe Gareth Bale's is.
that's what I was about to say. If we're talking significance, we can only talk Gareth Bale's.
But I don't think Gareth Bale's was a scissor kick. It wasn't a bicycle kick in the true nature. It was a fall over hook. It wasn't a Bam, bam. I want the two legs to move.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's was more of what you're saying against
Ronaldo's
Juventus.
against Juventus was
Yeah.
just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Surreal.
Yeah.
Surreal. That was
But
better than
Bale
Bale's.
was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was against Liverpool, which
because
is
it's a Champions
amazing.
League final,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want
It's a
Liverpool to
Champions League
lose.
final.
You go,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, wow. What
yeah.
have we just
Yeah.
seen?
But technically, Bale, Rooney, Garnacho on in the like Rooney can be compared to Garnacho technically, Cristiano Ronaldo technically, but I don't think Ibrahimovic or Bale quite demonstrates the technical
Chans, by the way, technically.
Amazing.
Have you
Clean.
seen that?
side. Yeah,
Yeah, clean.
It's like it lifts it, like lobs it. It's like really, it's a sweet hit as well. It goes quite quick.
Do you know one thing that I would just demand from a scissor kick? A double action.
Okay.
I want a
Yeah. Yeah.
We see you do that a lot. Like your legs don't get that high off the floor.
Yeah. Do you know?
And like the ball will go to the side rather than over you.
Do you know I played in a football tournament the other day, like a YouTuber's football tournament, that I won off the back of being Inzaghi. But you know, just sort of hovering around, hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Knocking
Being
in.
born offside. Yeah.
Who's what's your favourite off this list?
Of this list, my favourite is Wayne Rooney.
The one that made me stop and think, obviously, I was watching the game. I've never seen anything like it in terms of the status of it. Doing it against City. It was just before we won the Premier League. It was the season before we beat them in the FA Cup that season. But that was a moment where I was like, what can we do? We can spend all this money on Tevez. Yaya Toure came in that season. What can we do against
Did Man United win the league that year?
And it was not long after the
Yes.
grass isn't always greener on the other side when Fergie was talking about his cows and all that.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. We won the FA Cup. We beat them in the semi-final that season. But
yeah.
for them to do it in the league, I think it was around October time. I might be wrong. But
Yeah.
that was like,
unreal.
wow.
Garnacho's goal for me was better than Rooney's, but I'll remember Rooney's for longer. The thing Garnacho's got is he's such a young kid. He could go on and have an amazing career, and for 20 years we'll keep referring back to
be
that
the
goal.
Federico Makeda.
Gareth Bale's, I think, will be the most iconic because of the setting. Champions League final, amazing. But Zlatan's is almost representative of him.
Poxy.
No, but it's representative of
Poxy.
him.
It's not
And I
Pox.
think he is an unreal player.
Poxy's a big word to use.
It was
from
friendly against
20
Ryan Shawcross.
But it does, mate, they're all professional footballers. Joe Hart won the league that season. He's one of the best keepers in the league.
Ryan
Most
Shawcross.
clean sheets.
Ryan Shawcross.
Yeah, it was. Shawcross is a great example.
And a
But the
friend-
keeper was good. Yeah, but on a football pitch, football things still happen. Doesn't matter if it's Champions League final.
But you know, if you're factoring in friendlies, like there has to be a line. Like
That's why it can't be number one.
No, but it can't be in a list. Someone as a friendly. Surely,
Zlatan's got the ball at a crazy angle. It was nearly a throw-in from 25 yards out.
And you know the
and he's
ball was
lobbed the
bouncing
keeper.
away, yeah.
It's come from 50
there's no
yards
pressure
in the air.
There's no pressure. It doesn't matter if you miss. It's a friendly.
But the point is, you don't.
You could say
don't
that with any
hit-
shot,
You
though,
don't
it doesn't
score
matter if
that.
you miss.
You don't
No,
score that.
in a league game, it matters if you miss.
No, but if you miss, it's just you've had a shot. You miss.
No, of course not. If you miss when there's 3 points at stake, it will have an impact on where you finish in the league. If you miss in a friendly, nothing
No,
happens.
but if you miss, you just never remember it anyway.
The ball's come out of the air a million miles out of the air, and he's first time volleyed it, lobbed over two people as a bicycle kick at a crazy angle.
We've got to rank
the goal wasn't ahead of him.
In a friendly,
The goal
in a
wasn't-
friendly with Ryan Shawcross.
You know if you do
as
that now and the
defender,
goal's there?
Roy Hodgson's England.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Roy Hodgson wasn't the centre back. He was against two.
No, it's Roy
decent-
Hodgson's England,
Against a Premier League centre back and a Premier League winning keeper.
The reason I've said Roy Hodgson's England is to demonstrate how average England were.
Imagine you do it there, and the goal's there, not there, there. The angle was surreal. Do you know how tight the angle was for him to do it? And then he lobbed two people.
What angle?
He-
Why was it a
he
tight
wasn't-
angle?
He wasn't in front of the goal.
Joe
He was,
Hart
he was
wasn't
right-
He was
goal.
out by the throwing
He was,
line.
by, he was nearly throwing.
wasn't.
It was.
He was
No, he
between.
wasn't.
Honestly, Roy.
End of
Mate,
the, end of the
It wasn't
8
by
he
the
was in
throwing
between
line.
there.
What are you
It was
talking
a tight
about?
angle, mate.
He was. You know,
Mate.
like imagine the 18-yard box, yeah, and you go further up the
Mate,
pitch.
I've seen it.
It was between
You've-
that
you've
and
just-
the touchline.
you've-
He was between there. He wasn't.
I mean, you're
central.
always
He was
between
central.
somewhere
He
in
was
the
on the
touchline.
flank, yeah, but
you're
he was on
always
the wing.
between
Harder,
somewhere in
makes
the
it
touchline.
harder,
To
doesn't
even use the word touchline here is
He was on the
ridiculous.
wing.
He was close to the touchline.
He was on the wing.
What are you talking about?
Mate, he headed
He was
it
on
out.
the wing.
He wasn't close to the touchline.
He was relatively close to the touchline.
Okay, I'm going to have to show you now. This is
Let's do it then.
ridiculous. He was close to the touchline. Ludicrous.
We're gonna have to rank these, by the way.
Well,
which
Ibrahimovic
one's
isn't on
bottom?
it because
Get rid
he
of
didn't-
Chan, get rid of Chan.
Ibrahimovic off altogether.
Get rid of Chan.
Emre Can's is one of the best on there.
Exactly. Get Ibrahimovic
If it's
off.
down
there's
to
a list.
pure technical ability,
Let's go
then
from top to
Zlatan's
bottom.
number one.
No, I don't know about.
No, you're just saying that because I've said the opposite.
I'm not.
Yeah, Zlatan, you've gone from saying Rooney, and then I've said that it's not, and you've gone.
Rudy.
Okay, let's. So, look, he's by the touchline there.
No. Yeah.
No, you are right. He's next to the touchline. He's literally next to the touchline. No, you're right. He's on the wing.
said touchline.
No,
I
you,
said
no,
wing.
you
I said-
literally.
I
No,
said
no.
in between the
You
box
said
and
you
the
literally
touchline.
said touchline.
Mate,
and to bring up touchline,
Not in front of goal.
and to bring up touchline when he's there, touchline.
You know what could be against him?
Come on, just admit. Mate.
You know what could be
This is like
against
arguing with a
Zlatan?
fucking child, mate. You think that's touchline? Yeah.
Right.
Wait, help me out.
No, it's wing.
Touchline. I'll tell you what.
touchline.
It's not touchline.
Okay, touchline.
It's not
Yeah.
touchline.
Right. Okay. So, because sorry, people said
But it is.
touchline
You have
to
to
me.
admit, it's not. It's harder when it's not in front of the goal.
But one of the things that goes
just think
against him.
at 3-2 up in the 90th minute
Yeah, we get
against
that. I
an
think we
England
get
game
that.
in a friendly,
Yeah, of course.
is incomparable to all of these things that actually matter.
You know what goes against Zlatan as well? You know the speed of the ball coming across.
Yeah.
You know, like Garnacho's is fizzed across.
Yeah.
Like Rooney's takes a deflection off Nani and he's like, oh, I've got.
Yeah.
This is kind of just slowly coming over,
Fine.
right?
He's got more time to
fine.
think
Like he's
about.
got a lot of time to think about what
Also,
he's
they're
doing.
Yeah.
3-2 up in the 90th minute in a friendly.
Yeah, you're spot on about the context
Right,
of why
so
it's
let's
not number
go-
one for me.
Zlatan at the bottom. Even though
And it was number one.
In terms of technical ability, it is.
it's iconic, man. But we'll go bottom because all these goals are iconic. Emre Can next.
What's first?
First is Rooney.
Are we going up? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going up. Yeah.
Yeah. Zlatan, Can. Is that fair? I do think Chan's is great though.
I'm substituting Zlatan for Trevor Sinclair.
All right. Zlatan and Trevor Sinclair, Can.
Yeah.
Zlatan, Trevor Sinclair, Andy Cole versus Leicester, Can. Then we go.
Ronaldo, Juve.
Yeah.
Bale, Liverpool.
Yeah. No, wait.
No, Bale,
Garnacho
Liverpool,
has to
Bale.
be. Garnacho has to be below a Champions League final goal, doesn't it?
Fine. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
Garnacho's
Garnacho
quality
loves
of goal is
Chan.
better than Rooney's, but Rooney's is better.
This is everything combined. The
Okay, everything
significance.
combined. Chan, Zlatan, Garnacho. No. Zlatan, Chan, Garnacho,
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Rooney, Bale.
Bale, Rooney.
Bale Rooney.
Ronaldo, Bale, Rooney.
Bale
Yeah.
Rooney.
And
then-
Because it was
Champions League final
deflected. So it was
counts, though,
deflected backwards. He had to go backwards even more.
Bale Rooney, yeah.
That's why he shouldn't it.
I want to agree with you. I just think scoring that in the Champions League final.
But it wasn't a scissor.
Yeah.
You lose points.
And it's against Carriers.
And just a nice honourable mention to finish. The actual winner is Ramirez at Boothry Park for Chelsea against Hull. You've seen it. And also a little mention for Nicky Butt when he was playing for Newcastle.
Who's the manager for Hull
Yeah,
City?
that's a great goal.
No idea. At the time. No, he didn't score.
Who was the centre-back?
Oh,
Oh,
hang
the-
on. No,
the
mate,
keeper.
it wasn't a goal. Sorry. Ramirez does it in the midfield for like no reason whatsoever.
Oh, right.
It's like a ridiculous one. It's not a genuine goal.
Yeah, bicycle kick clearances are great.
For no reason. No, Ramirez just did it for no reason. He's in the mid-central midfield, and he just like the ball bounces, no one's near him. He just goes, what bang?
Eric Bailly used to do that. Then injure himself. And you're like, fuck. He's out for the rest of the season. Super Six is rolling over their jackpot in December. Remember, every Saturday until Christmas, the jackpot will be getting bigger if no one wins it. So by the 23rd of December, it could be £1 million. If there isn't a better time to get involved, it's right now. So get involved. We've got 2 big rounds of fixtures coming up. We've got the Champions League fixtures coming up, which are, Booth?
We got Man City versus Leipzig, AC Milan versus Dortmund, Galatasaray versus Man
Get out
United,
the way.
Arsenal versus Lyon, and Real Madrid versus Napoli. What
PSG
about-
Newcastle as well, which he happened to leave off.
Yeah.
You just not regard those teams?
Oh, PSG Newcastle at the top. That's going to be 3 points for Luis Enrique's men. What about the Premier League games?
The Premier League games are Arsenal versus Wolves, Brentford
Come on,
versus Luton, Nottingham Forest versus Everton, Newcastle, Manchester United.
Man United.
Away the lads. West Ham versus Crystal Palace and Man City, Tottenham.
Man,
Are you
the
scared of Tottenham?
Spurs.
No.
Just because they're
No,
Tottenham.
it's
and-
Ange Postecoglou.
They beat you all the
because
time.
yeah, exactly. Just for that.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
I know, but there's no
'Cause it's
Kane.
relevant.
Kane scored a hat-trick, didn't he, last year?
Yeah, but
It's going to be tricky for him to do that this year.